All right. Tutorial 4, Air Carbon Guide Wrap. Get your sheet of wrap. And if you're wrapping a guide, the easiest way to do it is line it up like that. And you can see it's about a 1/16 longer than the guide foot. So when you actually wrap the guide, you'll be able to wrap it like that, and it'll overlap the guide foot as well. So align a guide, and you're going to have a sheet, and then cut about a 1/16 longer than a guide foot right there. Okay, for gloves, it'll be easier to unstick your fingers from the air carbon mesh because it is pretty tacky. So, as a tip and trick, just fold away a piece of paper. You'll have marked out where your guides are going to go. And you can just turn the blank. If you get little creases, don't worry, you can tamp those down. We recommend 3 wraps. That's what we do our testing with. And then just kind of keep pulling it as it overlaps. And then what you want to do once you get 3 wraps is take a pair of scissors and finish your last wrap kind of not on top of the guide foot so you can't see it, and just press it down. Take your fingers and press that down like so. It's springy, it's pretty forgiving. There. All right, now you'll notice that it's a fiber mesh, so in some cases the fiber will come up. I have little fuzzies in there. What we recommend is as soon as you get your guide down, and you can actually align it so you can move it back and forth, be able to see with smaller guides, a lot easier. But your thread sealer will be your best friend. Color preserver thread sealer. Just kind of apply it on there. Don't need a lot, but you can press it in there. There. So what that will do is that'll prevent any of the fiber coming up, but also minimize your seam. So as the color preserver thread sealer dries, it'll take about 10-15 minutes, and then you won't see that milky texture anymore. And you also won't see that seam once you put your finish on there. Come back in a few moments and show you what it looks like when it's dry. All right, we're back a few minutes later with a straighter angle, and the thread sealer color preserver is almost fully absorbed. As you can see a little bit of the seam there, but you can take your finger and press it further in just to minimize it even more, and you won't see it once it's coated with epoxy. But as you'll see on running guides, you'll be able to adjust those, but that's nice and snug in there. So let the rest of that evaporate, and it's ready for your choice of finish. All right, we're back with a running guide. Again, same thing. If you position your guide on the edge there, just cut about a 1/16 longer. When you overlap the tape on top, you'll have that much coverage. Easiest with a razor blade, just pick an edge. You can do that, or you can do it with your guide foot. Both will work. Again, I wear gloves because one, it's good practice when dealing with adhesives, but two, it's easier to peel the tape off of a glove than your finger. All right. Kind of get it to the edge there. Give it a loop. Remember, we recommend 3 wraps, so 1, let's wrap 2, and wrap number 3. You want to pull too tight, you want to use your scissors to be able to cut that off. So just kind of leave that like that. Grab a pair of scissors. Save that for the next one, and compress it down. All right, now move the camera here just a tad like that. So this is, once you got your guides taped down, and they should be, more or less aligned, just like you have with thread, you can actually adjust them. So I don't know if you can see that, but you can move that guide. And this is the stage that we recommend that you align those guides before you put color preserver on them. So you can move them. And when you do move them, so I'm gonna rotate it here. Once you get it into position, do your alignment. Take your hand again and just kind of press that down all the way around the guide. All right, now when you do that, don't forget your thread sealer preserver. Again, it'll help minimize that seam to where it's virtually invisible. Flex Coat thread preserver. You don't need a lot on there. But again, just push it in there. I'm hand turning this now. And the one thing to remember is whatever direction you're wrapping or coating, so this is going in the clockwise direction or that way, you want the edge of your tape to go in that same direction as well. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I left the edge here, and since it's going this way, like that, cut a piece for you here. So as you're coating the guide, your brush is not lifting up that edge. There. If you do have some fuzzies come up when you're aligning or brushing, just let it flash off and you'll be able to push it down with your fingers. You'll be able to push the tape back down. Remember, it's fibers, and it's fibers that are randomly oriented. Like that.